There's a lot of news out there, so much of it, and my monologue tonight will talk about how so many of our problems stem from mass immigration. And I don't think it's deniable. I think that's sort of uh, obvious to say in 2025, especially after Trudeau and now Mark Carney have just removed the governor in any way. You know what a governor is? So, like anything that throttles things. I used to drive a Hummer H3, if you can believe it, which was sort of a single guy's SUV. And it had a governor that kicked in at 155 kilometers an hour. So if you took that Hummer up to 155, the engine would just turn off. And then when you went back down, it would turn back on again. And I think that saved my life because that thing is not meant to go faster than 155. And I think any governor, any limit, any restriction, any limitation on Canadian immigration has been removed. They're just trying to get as many people in as possible from the most outlandish and ill-fitting sources possible. I think the mask has come off. They have a minority government, Mark Carney. They know one thing: if you replace the voters, you'll get what happened the other day in New York City, where Zoran Mamdani, who only became a citizen 8 years ago, hates America, says so, hates white people, hates capitalism, hates police. See, he says so. These are not insults by me. This is me reporting. How on earth could he do that? Well, because people who are foreign born make up 36% of New York. Can you call up that Wikipedia page? Remember the one we used in yesterday's show that showed the percentage of foreign born people by city? Can you find that again? So I say again, Zoran Mamdani, who is like AOC, but he's more Islamic and smarter and more charismatic and more communist than her. He beat Andrew Cuomo, the former governor of New York, for the Democratic primary to run for the mayor of New York City. And winning the Democratic primary is tantamount to winning the election. Anyways, I want to show you this chart. Now, this is from Wikipedia, which I normally do not credit, but these are all footnoted. So I just mentioned to you that the number of foreign-born people in New York was 36%. Well, look at these cities. Brampton, Ontario, 59% foreign-born. Number 2 is Miami. Mississauga, 57%. Toronto, 52%. Surrey, 51%. Vancouver, 49%. Montreal, 41%. I don't know if you can scroll down a bit, but Calgary and Edmonton are on that list too. Like there's New York, and then Calgary and Edmonton at 35%. Calgary and Edmonton are as foreign-born as New York City. Would you have thunk it? But that is part of a deliberate strategy that the United Nations called replacement migration. Can you call up the actual replacement migration doc? Go to just type in replacement. Yeah, that's it right there. You got it right there. That was fast. Do you have access to the document itself? Because I want to show the second page of it. Can you find that? There it is. You can see this is published by the Population Division, Department of Economic and Social Affairs of the United Nations. Replacement migration. Is it a solution to declining and aging populations? Well, I tell you one thing, it's a solution to the Democrats' declining voter base. Let me read a little bit. The Population Division of the Department of Economic and Social Affairs of the United Nations Secretariat is responsible for providing the international community with up-to-date and scientifically objective information on population and development. In particular, the Population Division is concerned with the following substantive areas: patterns of mortality, fertility, and international and internal migration, including levels and trends. Scroll down a bit more. The work is published in a variety of formats. Keep going. Contents. Let's just look at the table of contents. The issues, literature review, methodology, country results. So they're looking at different countries. I won't go into it, but this is a serious paper by the UN, and it's called what's it called? Replacement migration? Replacement migration. You are being replaced. That's not a conspiracy theory by the right. That is what's happening. That is the name of the policy. That is the name of the study by the United Nations. And there's a reinforcing, you could call it a vicious cycle. And, you know, we've been going to Ireland a lot. Do you have Lincoln's video from Ireland, his latest one? Really tight edit. I think it was only like 4 minutes long. Really great video. Do you have that one? From Ireland, not Northern Ireland. You know, I've been going over to Ireland a bit, but like I say, I was on the cruise last week. So my colleague Lincoln and Efron went to Dublin again, huge rally. And Ireland is a population of about 5 million people. So it's pretty small. It's smaller than the Greater Toronto Area. And they brought in 1 million migrants, and they're bringing in so many every year. And what do you think that does to housing in Ireland? It is more expensive to live in Ireland than to live in New York City. And there's a level of irony there, is that migrants get their housing paid for free by the government. Citizens don't. So Irish citizens born and raised 100 generations in Ireland are outbidding, they're trying to compete with foreign migrants, and their tax dollars are buying the housing for these migrants. So their own money is paying to house other people while they themselves can't get housing. And every other issue too, including out of control crime, especially crimes against women, because many of these men come from societies where an uncovered woman is a rape target. So anyway, I want to show you a huge Irish protest. I mean, have you ever heard of a protest against immigration? A peaceful mass march? I don't know of any other than in Ireland. Now, there may be some things going on in parts of Europe that I don't follow closely, but